to their children. Anambra Police Command operatives recover rifles at Nobi, Idemili South Council area. Federal government plans cost-effective tariff model to boost electricity. World leaders mount pressure on Israel to abandon plans for ground offensive in Rafah. Hello, beautiful morning to you and welcome to Breakfast News on ABS Television. I am David Obokwasele. Before the news in detail, remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. We begin from here, where the wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Noye Soludo, has urged parents to show more dedication in child upbringing and strive to leave an enduring legacy that will guide their children's approach to life. Mrs. Soludo, who was speaking in Oka, explained that parenting is a challenging and exciting responsibility, stressing that a parent should understand that child raising comes with immense commitment and obligations. We bring you the details.
The governor's wife explained that the responsibility of raising a child is driven by clear intention, for which parents have to decide the philosophy of life that they want their children to live by. She pointed out that there is a clear difference between bringing a child into the earth and raising them to become responsible citizens, stressing that parents should be their child's first role model and best friend. Mrs. Soludo further noted that parenting should be approached with caution, especially in today's world where external influences like technology have invaded moral and social circles. She urged parents and guardians to live the kind of life that they'll expect from their children and words, noting that as the cradle of socialization, the home and child's immediate environment have great influence on their psychology and behavior. The governor's wife also urged parents to instill the basic values of mother tongue, culture and tradition in their children right from their early ages and teach them to appreciate hard work, resilience and respect, love, unity and peace.
And now to the State Assembly, where the Anambra State Assembly has confirmed the reappointment of the 21 Transition Committee chairmen of the local government areas in the state and members for another 3 months. This is in line with Section 208 of the Local Government Law 1999 as amended and as requested by Governor Chukwuma Soludo
and members to partner with community stakeholders and localize the governor's agenda for the development of the state.
Congratulations to the newly confirmed TC chairman. It is very essential for you to fix your duties and avoid areas of conflict. You know, we all are playing towards one goal. So areas of conflict, I will want you to avoid it. And more so, all the agendas of this Mr. Governor is the chief driver in this state. It is wise that the TC chairman and the councillors should localize these agendas to the grassroots. And when we talk about the grassroots, we're talking about those villages, those people in the villages to be part and feel the agenda of Mr. Governor.
In a remark, the Transition Committee chairman of Ayamelum local government area, Ms. Venus Onyenwe, commended the House for extending their tenure while assuring their continued support to Governor Soludo's led administration.
Mr. Speaker, we can't express our gratitude towards this performance. The only thing I want to promise is that as from today, there will be a maximum cooperation between the legislators and the executive, especially at this stage. And also want to assure you that all the projects and programs of Mr. Governor, we shall embark on that and carry it down to the grassroots.
On his part, the Transition Committee Chairman of Orumba South Local Government Area, Prince Nervi Uchendu, thanked the governor for all his developmental agenda in the state, while assuring that he will continue to promote the governor's ideal in Orumba South and working towards youth development.
Thank you very much. First of all, I will try as much as I can to keep Orumba South safe, both from drug, from undesirable elements, work on the widows, visit the schools, the primary schools, and the health centers, and make sure that everything is going well. All these things I mentioned, if we can be able to work on them, I think Orumba South will smile again.
Also during the plenary, the House reappointed Mr. Okechukwu Obi as the acting clerk.
The need for communities to always consider the future of their youth when taking long-lasting decisions has been stressed. Anambra State Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Aramba, made this known at Nsugbe, Anambra East Council area during the inauguration of the National Executive Members of Ogwari Village, Nsugbe. Our correspondent, Ngozi Obileri, now completes the story.
The inauguration ceremony was attended by many industrious sons and daughters of Nsugbe community, Nsugbe Council of Elders, Umuada Niyoma Ogwari, leadership of Nsugbe youth and that of Ogwari Nsugbe, among others. Addressing the people, Commissioner Ayamba extolled the coming together and unity of purpose of the community, which he said is what every community needs for growth and development.
I'm so happy to be here today. First, I want to say big congratulations to the elected executives and the land committee, for this great fortune.
Earlier, while inaugurating the new Ogwari Nsugbe executive members as well as Ogwari Land Committee members, who he also gave certificates of return and membership, the chairman on the occasion, Barrister Chike Mmadụekwe, who is the chairman of Anambra State Physical Planning Board, urged them to always sue for peace and to allow the unity existing among them now to be sustained, as according to him, there is no gain in division, chaos, anarchy, and crisis.
I can win peace. I can win progress. And support this new executive. I can guarantee you, if you get employment to Nibun, the beginning of wonderful and new things in Ogwari.
The President General Nsugbe Development Union (NDU), Dr. Chinweze Ezeanwu, who expressed happiness that such events took place, noted that he introduced leadership at village level as a way of fostering development right from the villages for an inclusive growth, togetherness, love and peace, and commended Ndi Ogwari for conducting a very peaceful election that produced the new executive members led by Pastor Lawrence Ifejika. In a speech, the national president of Ogwari Village in Nsugbe, Pastor Ifejika, who went down memory lane on his campaign promises of sponsoring youths to abroad for more studies, said that they have already paid for WAEC examination for some of their children, as according to him, securing a better future for the youths is a sure way of promoting growth and development of the village.
The joy of our people today is as a result of years of bondage. This time around, the whole youth, the elders, the stakeholders, everybody woke up to say that enough is enough. That Ogwari will have a credible leadership.
The leader of Ogwari youths, Comrade Obinna Mokwe, thanked youth of the village for their comportment during the election, which he adjudged peaceful, fair and transparent, promising that they will support the new executive members to perform optimally. In a closing remarks, the chairman organizing committee of the event, Mrs. Chito Osili, a daughter of the village and acting permanent secretary in the Ministry of Youth Development, said she decided to be part of the success story that will lead Ogwari to a greater height, especially now that they have put an end to land issues hindering progress of the village for a very long time, thanking well-meaning Ndi Nsugbe, who rallied round her committee to ensure successful inauguration ceremony, even as she called on every Onyo Ogwari to key in and join hands with the new executive members so as to turn around the fortunes of the village. The Anambra State Chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Mr. Emeka Obi, was also present at the event, which featured Ijele, Asuwu and Ogolo masquerade displays, while administration of oath of office on the new executive body and land committee members climaxed the event. From Ogwari Nsugbe in Anambra East Local Government Area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Anambra State Police Command has recovered 2 AK-47 rifles stolen from 2 police formations years back. According to the Police Public Relations Officer of the command, Mr. Ikechukwu Ikenga, one of the rifles were stolen when Zone 13 headquarters was attacked by unknown gunmen in 2021, while the second rifle was stolen from Area Command Headquarters Ogidi early last year when the formation was attacked by insurgents. Mr. Ikenga explained that painstaking intelligence gathering by undercover operatives led to uncovering of a location where the arms were hidden in Nobi, Idemili South local government area of the state. He said that the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Aderemi Adeoye, who commended the operatives for their diligence, also urged them not to relent until perpetrators of the attacks, which claimed police lives, are brought to justice, and assured the team that every logistic support they require will be provided until the objectives are achieved. On the national scene, the Minister of Power, Mr. Adebayo Adelabu, says Nigeria must begin to move towards a cost-effective tariff model, as he revealed that the country was currently indebted to the tune of 1.3 trillion naira to electricity generating companies, while the debt to gas companies was $1.3 billion. The minister, who spoke at a press conference in Abuja, which also had the heads of all the agencies under the Federal Ministry of Power in attendance, however, insisted that he would not resign his position as Power Minister following calls for his resignation by some persons. Although he stated that the Ministries of Power, Finance and Petroleum were making efforts to tackle the crisis in the sector, Mr. Adelabu revealed that the electricity subsidy for January 2024 had not been paid yet by the federal government. He also revealed that the crash in power generation and attendant poor supply in January was because gas suppliers stopped supplying gas for the generation of electricity due to the indebtedness of the sector to gas producers. On the foreign scene, United Kingdom business investor Richie Harani has underscored the need to nurture and leverage talent in Nigeria to tackle national problems. That's on business. Harani made this disclosure at the Stability and Sustenance Summit held in Abuja recently, where he addressed the youth in the country to embrace skills and entrepreneurship, according to a statement. During his address to the youth at the summit, Harani was quoted as expressing his delight at the impressive talent exhibited by Nigerian youth. He highlighted the need for fostering strong business relationships across sectors and borders to drive sustainable development. Now, on the foreign scene, world leaders are rushing up pressure on Israel to abandon its plans for a ground offensive in Rafah, as an exodus from the southern Gaza city once declared a safe zone, which shelters more than half the enclave's population. As Israel stepped up its airstrike and artillery fire, Australia, Canada and New Zealand issued a joint statement calling for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire, warning that Israel's planned operation would have a devastating impact on the Palestinians taking refuge in the area. The leaders pointed out that many of their own citizens and families were among the estimated 1.4 million displaced Palestinians who have been driven into makeshift camps in Gaza, southmost city, by Israel's relentless bombardments across the Strip. In sports, Super Falcons head coach Randy Waldrum has unveiled a 21-player roster for the SARS 2024 Olympic Games third qualifying round fixture against Cameroon. Waldrum is returning to the dugout for the first time since leading the Super Falcons to the round of 16 at last year's 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. A number of players are also making a return to the squad since that competition. Ashley Plumtree, Ostinachi Ohale and Halimatu Ayomide last appeared for the Super Eagles in the round of 16 defeat to the Three Lionesses of England. Regulars like Achishat Oshuala, Chiamaka Nadozie, Rachidat, Ajimbade, Michel Alozie, and Tony Payne are all included in the squad. The 9-time African champions will face Cameroon in the first leg at the Stade de la Reunification in Douala Cameroon on Friday, 23rd February. The second leg match will place at the MKO Abiola National Stadium on Monday, 26th February. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television, Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go, here are the main points again. We told you that the wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Soludo, has urged parents to be good role models to their children. We also told you that Anambra State Police Command has recovered rifles at Nobi, Idemili South Council area. Federal government is planning cost-effective tariff model to boost electricity as world leaders are mounting prayer on Israel to abandon plans for ground offensives in Rafah. We remind you that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news this morning. Thanks for joining us. I am David Okpokwasale.